A fresh warning from the White House has jolted a once-dismissed legal fight back to life. Lawyers for hundreds of families are urging a federal appeals court to reinstate lawsuits claiming that Tylenol, or more precisely its active ingredient acetaminophen, caused autism or ADHD in children when taken during pregnancy. Here's how we got here. Hundreds of families sued Kenvue, the Johnson & Johnson spin-off that now makes Tylenol, alleging prenatal acetaminophen exposure led to neurodevelopmental disorders. The cases were combined in a federal multi-district litigation. In December 2023, a federal judge threw the cases out, ruling that the plaintiffs' experts hadn't used reliable scientific methods. Without solid expert testimony, the judge said, the claims couldn't proceed. The families took their case to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, and then came an unexpected boost. On September 22, 2025, President Donald Trump, standing beside Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr., announced that the FDA would warn doctors about a potential link between acetaminophen use in pregnancy and a higher risk of autism and ADHD. Taking Tylenol is not good, the president said, advising pregnant women to limit its use unless medically necessary. Within hours, the plaintiffs' lawyers flagged the statement to the appeals court, arguing it lent new credibility to their experts. The court responded by delaying oral arguments from October to November so it could weigh the administration's position. At the center of the debate is whether acetaminophen actually causes autism or whether studies have merely observed an association. Some large observational studies have found that frequent or prolonged use during pregnancy tracks with higher rates of autism or ADHD. The White House cited those studies in its warning. Most medical organizations disagree. The American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists calls the new warning irresponsible, noting that association is not causation and that untreated pain or fever can itself harm a fetus. The World Health Organization says decades of research show no consistent association between acetaminophen and autism. Vice President J.D. Vance has urged expectant parents to simply follow your doctor. One of the plaintiff's star witnesses illustrates the controversy. Dr. Andrea Baccarelli, Dean of Harvard School of Public Health, produced research the White House relied on. Yet the original trial judge dismissed his testimony as unreliable, saying he cherry-picked data and was paid by the plaintiffs. Kenvue, for its part, maintains that independent sound science clearly shows that taking acetaminophen does not cause autism. Still, the company now faces the prospect that the dismissed cases, plus a possible new wave of suits, could be revived. Meanwhile, the FDA has begun exploring a potential label change for acetaminophen products, a move that could influence future litigation. The Second Circuit's upcoming decision will determine whether the families get another day in court or whether the dismissal stands. Whatever the outcome, the White House intervention has already intensified public confusion. Expectant parents now hear two starkly different messages: caution from the president versus reassurance from leading medical groups. For many, the question isn't only legal or scientific, it's deeply personal. In the months ahead, courts, regulators, and researchers will continue to wrestle with the evidence. Until then, the safest course for pregnant individuals may be the one piece of advice both sides can agree on: talk to your healthcare provider.